If you eat too many ultra-processed foods, you could be starving your gut microbes, and they'll get hangry. That's one of many things I learned after working on a new audio course about the gut microbiome. You can learn how to keep your gut happy by listening to Try This from the Washington Post. I'm Christina Quinn. I host Try This. Dig in with me on practical advice for life's common challenges. Follow Try This right now wherever you're listening. Seriously, try it.
Lowe's knows you've got a job to do, and we help get it done. With the MyLowe's Pro Rewards program, eligible members save more with volume discounts on qualifying orders through a quote of $2,000 or more. Join for free today. Lowe's, we help, you save. Offer can't be combined with any other discount, contract, and/or special pricing. Exclusions, more terms, and restrictions apply. Details at lowes.com/terms. Subject to change. Lowe's knows that free makes everything better. That's why our rewards members get free standard shipping on the things they need and want, starting at Silver Key status every day. Savings for rewards members add up fast, so why wait? Join for free today. Lowe's, we help, you save. Not available in Alaska and Hawaii. Exclusions and more terms apply. Loyalty program subject to terms and conditions. Details at lowes.com/shipping terms. Subject to change.
It's KFI AM 640, and you're listening to The Conway Show on demand on the iHeartRadio app. Is this us? We're live? All right, KFI AM 640, it's Conway Show. We have a new total from the 14th annual Pastathon. The updated total in cash, $1,002,069. That is a lot. So thank you so much for participating. That's a hell of a lot. 78,955 pounds of pasta and sauce. That is also, I believe, a record. I believe both those are records. So that is fantastic. All right, Riverside, if you live in Riverside, the Inland Empire, I love it out there. If I do it all over again, I'd raise my child in the Inland Empire somewhere. Somewhere, not sure where, but somewhere in the Inland Empire. It's like being in 1972 again in Southern California. I love it. But they're having a problem with Amazon delivery. Something's going on out there in Riverside. And I don't know what it is. I don't know why they can't deliver these packages.
They've marked some packages unable to deliver due to weather and road hazards.
Wait, weather and road hazards? They haven't seen rain in Riverside in a month of days.
So we've had clear skies for the last month. We haven't seen a drop of rain.
It's exactly what I just said. Exactly what I just said.
It's one of the latest issues that Randy got from Amazon after his packages, he said, never arrived.
Uh-oh. You're told your package is out for delivery, and then you never hear anything else. We have to rely on a local Facebook group and a bulletin board to communicate with the other locals to figure out, hey, who's seen Amazon today? Where are they this time? Where can we find them?
What's going on with Amazon?
Randy is the owner of Mr. Happy's Mercantile in Anza, his shop located in the heart of the community of less than 5,000 people that he says relies heavily on online orders.
Originally, we were receiving all of our packages, UPS and USPS. About a month ago, the Amazon delivery service took over in the Amazon trucks with their own drivers.
We're all parked over there.
On Tuesday, we spotted 4 Amazon vans at this Anza fire station. Customers eager to get their packages like Missy Ziegler, who waited for an hour for the delivery vans.
Amazon drivers won't deliver. They call, they hang up, and then we get a message saying our house isn't accessible, but they're not there.
Why isn't this happening? What's going on with Amazon?
Yes.
Only a few customers walked away with boxes while others were left empty-handed.
I pay for you to deliver it to my door. I shouldn't have to go track down your driver every day.
After we were unable to contact the third-party vendor, we stopped by their Temecula location of TS Road to get some answers. But an employee left us hanging in the lobby after promising to connect us with the company representative.
What possibly could be happening where Amazon is not delivering these packages in Riverside? What's going on? I mean, that's a big deal for people who live out there. These Amazon deliveries. I don't know what's going to happening. I'm not really sure what was going on. Crozier, you were out in Claremont or Montclair, Claremont. What, you have any problems with packages out there?
I do not.
All right.
Randy says he and several other customers have reached out for answers. they are still in the dark.
Originally, they were there for a few hours. We had no issues, and now it's an hour a day if we're lucky. As you saw yesterday, they were there for about 22 minutes, and then they closed their doors and said, yeah, we're not doing this, and they took off.
They got to look into that. Got to look into it. Speaking of packages, you can now buy insurance that will protect you from Porch Pirates.
It's been a huge week for shopping. We saw record numbers for Cyber Monday sales. That means that influx of packages are now on their way.
Yep.
And with those deliveries comes a major problem. Porch Pirates. And some of these thieves snatching packages within seconds of delivery, many looking at the packaging, targeting things like electronics. Home security company Safeway says 120 million packages were stolen off porches last year, costing consumers $16 billion.
Wow. Did you hear that number? How many packages were stolen? Are you listening carefully? People out there listening to KFI, are you listening carefully? Listen to this number again. I know you're making dinner, you're with the kids, and you're a little distracted. Put everything down for a second. Listen to the number of packages that were stolen.
Home security company Safeway says 120 million packages were stolen off.
Did you hear that? 120 million packages were stolen.
120 million packages were stolen off porches last year, costing consumers $16 billion.
Wow. 120 million. That's 3 packages for every human being that lives in California.
It's such a big problem. There's now insurance to cover it. A company called Porch Pals is offering a subscription that will cover the cost of your stolen packages. $120 a year covers up to $2,000 worth of deliveries or 3 claims a year. Porch Pals says your policy is linked directly to your credit or debit card, so every purchase you make with that card qualifies for the coverage. The company also saying it is the first and only subscription-based package theft coverage available in the U.S. There are some other things you can do to deter and stop these thefts. Many people have added doorbell cameras. We've seen that. You can track your packages. If you can't be home when they're being delivered, you can have your packages sent to a safe, monitored location like a pharmacy or a delivery lockbox.
A lockbox. A lockbox.
That's
a lockbox, right?
Lockbox.
Or old school. You can go to a store, buy the product, stick it in your cart, stick it in your car, and take it home. There's that move as well. Go to Costco, sniff around, buy what you want, put it in your cart, pay for it, check out, take it home, enjoy it.
That's also good for making sure that people in your house don't see what presents you're buying them.
Oh, good point. What a sign of the times when people have to buy insurance for that.
For your packages.
Yeah. Wow. Billions of dollars lost a year.
Yeah, a lot of money.
Oh, good point. What a
good point. Yeah.
Oh, good point.
Good point. Good point. Good point. Nice point. Good point. Good point.
Oh, good point.
I love that other one. Oh.
You're buying them.
Oh, good point.
Oh, she's on a roller coaster. Well, she's doing the news. She's on the Big Dipper.
You're buying them.
Oh, good point.
Is that you and Bellio text?
Hey, oh, yeah. Oh, no, it's Bellio again. Oh, what's wrong with that guy? That guy throwing up over there. Bellio must be texting him.
You're buying them.
Oh, good point. What a sign of the times when people have to buy insurance for that.
For your packages.
Whatever. All right, when we come back, we have one of our favorite segments that we do is we talk to Dean Sharp, the House Whisperer. By the way, this portion of the show at 6 o'clock every Thursday, we talk about packages and delivery and insurance and all that stuff, and it always is being brought to you by advancedhair.com. One-day treatment, life-changing results. Make your appointment today at advancedhair.com.
You're listening to Tim Conway Jr. on demand from KFI AM 640.
If you eat too many ultra-processed foods, you could be starving your gut microbes, and they'll get hangry. That's one of many things I learned after working on a new audio course about the gut microbiome. You can learn how to keep your gut happy by listening to Try This from the Washington Post. I'm Christina Quinn. I host Try This. Dig in with me on practical advice for life's common challenges. Follow Try This right now wherever you're listening. Seriously, try it.
One of the most popular segments we do every week on the show is with Dean Sharp. And this is like every week. Dean is with us, the House Whisperer, on every Saturday morning and Sunday morning right here on KFI. Dean, how you, bub?
I'm good. I'm coming to you live from the parking lot of a restaurant in Thousand Oaks that's doing a grand opening tonight.
Oh, that's cool.
I excused myself from the table. I'm like, I got to go talk to Tim.
You're a very sweet man to keep your commitment, even though you're otherwise engaged. But first of all, can you describe what your donation was to the Katarina's Club auction? Because a lot of people have said it was great.
It was it's what we do a lot of. It is a 3-hour in-home design consult for your home. So Tina and I show up, we sit down, spend a while talking about your story, and then we tour the house, and we ask you to take a little time, give us a little time to kind of percolate on it, and then we sit back down with you, and we blow your mind with what can be changed in order to transform that place.
Have you ever had this where you walked in the house and you and Tina looked around, and then you came back early and said, "There's no hope"?
Yeah, we never have. I'll tell you one though. There's one that I couldn't do, and it was a really sweet guy who was unfortunately a hoarder. And we walked into the house, and I kid you not, we couldn't see it.
Wow,
we literally couldn't see it. It was like a almost a 3,000 square foot house, and there was so much stuff in there. I had to turn to him and say, I don't know how to answer any of your questions because I can't see your house. I can see the ceilings. That's it. That's all I can see.
Okay. But when you walk, I mean, what we're going to talk about today are the secrets of Ish. I don't understand that, but can you explain that to me?
Okay, Ish is just kind of my thing. It's something I've used for a long time. It's about decor, and this is a tricky one, Tim. This weekend, Saturday and Sunday show, I'm going to attempt one of the hardest things I've ever done by way of just like communicating this verbally to people, and that is when it comes to your decor. Right? The way you decorate your house. I'm not talking about moving walls. I'm just talking about decor. People get really frustrated. They get really confused because they see the way things look in magazine spreads and they think, you know what? I'm never going to live like that. I never get to have a house like that. My house is never going to be sexy and nice. And so the first thing is, first of all, no one lives in a magazine spread home. No one.
Right.
It's just unreal. I just want to take everybody off the hook for that, right?
Okay.
I like to give this example. Imagine like this beautiful, sophisticated kitchen layout in some design magazine, right? You can bring that kitchen to its knees by just putting a refrigerator magnet on the fridge with a kindergarten coloring project, right? That's real life,
right?
Okay, but you never see that in a magazine. So the big question is, listen, my life is not, I'm not, I live in a modern house, or maybe I live in a craftsman bungalow, or I live in a Victorian house or a ranch house, but it's not 100% purely that. It's, my house is kind of ranch-ish. It's modern-ish. It's Victorian-ish because it's got these other things going on, and I'll never have a really good design. And the fact of the matter is, it's not true. There are secrets to blending, basically what comes down to kind of eclectic design. And those are the things that we're talking about this weekend, so that you can step back and say, wow, this place is really nice. And also real people live here every day.
Right. And I think people are too hard on their own house. Like when you go to see a house in an open house, you look through it, you may spend 10 or 15 minutes there, and you don't see any of the scars or the bruises of the house. The people live there can show you all of them. But
exactly.
but people are too tough on their own home. They strive for perfection, and they don't think they ever get there. But I think 80 to 90%, and maybe even less, is perfect.
Absolutely, that's the thing. In fact, one of the rules that we're going to talk about this weekend is what we call the 80-20 rule. And it's a rule that everybody should remember. It's not a law of design, it's a suggestion. But the 80-20 rule basically says this. It says that if you kind of push a room, the theme in a room, to about 80%. Like you decide, and this room's going to have kind of a blue and a leather thing going on with some soft pill. If you kind of push that to about 80%, then you know what? The rest of it, the other 20%, it can be knickknacks from the family. It can be all sorts of things that don't necessarily correlate to that. And guess what? They're going to drop in just fine. Real life really works inside a home when you're at about 80%.
Dean Sharp is with us, the House Whisperer, Saturday and Sunday right here on KFI. Dean, are there certain things that are going by the wayside? I imagine there are a lot. But for instance, is it over for the hot water tank? Is that almost over?
I would say so. I mean, I think the numbers prove that out. Now you got some holdouts who basically either one because they don't want to spend the extra money for a tankless water heater right up front, or two, they kind of have this survivalist mentality. It's like, well, when the big one hits, I want 100 gallons of water in a reservoir in my house, and that makes sense. There's a logic to it, but I think it's kind of a strange logic when it comes to sacrificing the fact that, you know what, man, if you've ever lived in a home with endless hot water, I mean, just like I can take an hour shower and you can take an hour shower and there's still plenty of it left over. It really is the way things are. And the savings energy wise are tremendous.
And what about, remember, and I don't see this much anymore. We have one, but we have a house that was built in 1938. The built-in sliding cutting board. You don't really see those much anymore.
No, you don't see those very often. You don't see them, mostly because, you know what? Those things really need to get washed.
That's right.
And, you probably shouldn't just wipe them down with that dingy dish towel and slide it back into that dark place.
I have a brush that we use to brush, wash potatoes before we bake them. And my wife's aunt noticed that that's the same brush I use to clean the dishes. And she was like, ew.
You know what? I honestly, I'm going to let you off the hook with
okay,
that one
good.
Okay. Because, I mean, come on. I mean, most potatoes are dirtier than the plates that you just ate off of. So, you know what? It should be the other way around. You should be thinking, oh, don't use the potato brush to clean the dishes.
That's
right. The other way around.
You know what I do miss, though? I don't see it much, and you probably see it less than I do, are the built-in mixer. There used to be, like in the 1960s and 70s home, there was a built-in mixer where, the dial and the little mixer was right there. You just put the jar
on the countertop.
Yeah, on the countertop.
Like the hub is built into the countertop. Yeah,
Brady Bunch style.
Yeah, you know what? That you're really betting the farm on that company continuing to make that exact line of mixer. I tell you what it's been replaced with, though, right? You get yourself a beautiful KitchenAid mixer.
Yes.
Right? A beautiful freestanding KitchenAid. And if you're doing a custom kitchen, then we've got a base cabinet that has a platform that holds the KitchenAid. It has a plug inside. You open the cabinet door, you hit a lever, and up comes the KitchenAid hydraulically, locks into place. You can use it, and then you just click a latch and slide it back down. Nobody lifts it. Nobody has to keep it on the countertop. If you got room for that cabinet, it is a winner.
We got about 30 seconds here, but the sense when I walk into somebody's home, my sense of them making it in life is the spigot and the right on the stove where you can fill the pot with water right there on the stove.
The pasta pot filler.
Pasta pot filler.
You're just mesmerized by that.
I can't stop with that. I always think that really rich people have that.
Yeah, well, you know what? That's true. That's where it came from. And it has its value because, you can just fill it up. But I just got to remind you, unless there's a drain there, once that pasta's done, you're still carrying that pan full of water over to the sink.
Okay, all right. But that does come with its own plumbing issues, I imagine. It's
just a water line, and you don't want anybody to accidentally turn it on over by the stove because you got no drain there. So
quickly off the air, I'd like to unless you want to do this on the air, I need a really good plumber if you know of anybody.
Sure.
Okay.
Of course, always.
You're the best, buddy. Thanks for coming on, and thanks for your participation in Katerina's Club with that auction item is beautiful. I know it's a big day. You know, it's an hour to wherever you go, or an hour and a half, then 3 hours there, an hour and a half back. It's a full day for you. But man, people are going to really enjoy that when you show up.
Glad to do it. Happy to do it.
Thank you, sir. All right, Dean Sharp, the House Whisperer, every Saturday and Sunday morning right here on KFI.
I knew it.
What was that?
I knew it.
What happened?
You need a plumber.
Oh, you heard that?
Yeah, I did.
But you're in the bathroom.
No.
All right, Laguna Niguel, Whole Foods, bad news. What's going on in Laguna Niguel? We'll tell you when we come back. Not good.
If you eat too many ultra-processed foods, you could be starving your gut microbes, and they'll get hangry. That's one of many things I learned after working on a new audio course about the gut microbiome. You can learn how to keep your gut happy by listening to Try This from the Washington Post. I'm Christina Quinn. I host Try This. Dig in with me on practical advice for life's common challenges. Follow Try This right now wherever you're listening. Seriously, try it.
You're listening to Tim Conway Jr. on demand from KFI AM 640.
What's going on in Laguna Niguel? Bellio, are you close to Laguna Niguel? Is that your neighborhood?
Yes.
How far?
Like
10 minutes?
Yes.
All right. Is Laguna Niguel better than Irvine, or is Irvine better than Laguna Niguel?
I think we're both great.
Okay, let's stop with that. If you had to choose between Laguna Niguel or Irvine, where would you live? Well, obviously you live in Irvine, so you chose Irvine. So Laguna Niguel?
I'm willing to split my time.
Doesn't Angel, do you live in Laguna Niguel or near that?
Yeah, I live across from that Whole Foods you're about to talk about.
No way.
You're in Laguna?
Laguna Niguel?
Yeah.
You live in that Whole Food? And what is that meat place you went to? Wild Fork?
Wild Fork.
You go there all the time, huh?
Yeah, it's across the street from that Whole Foods.
Really?
Yes.
Oh, my God. Bad vibes. Let's find out what's going on with the Whole Foods there. It's because it's not good. Not good.
Police in Laguna Niguel, they're searching for a man who tried to carjack a Whole Foods employee last night. It happened just after 10 p.m. as the worker, a man in his 20s, was leaving to go home. Police say that is when the attempted carjacking happened, and the man was stabbed in his arm during the process.
Wow.
2 nearby construction workers chased after the attempted carjacker, but were unable to catch him. The victim was treated at the hospital and is listed in stable condition.
Okay. Bellio, do you think that criminals listen to radio? I bet they do.
Yes.
Okay. All right. So this is just for the criminals. Okay. If you're not a criminal, you can have a cigarette or a beer and maybe both. This is just for you, career criminals out there. Okay. Everybody else, you get a pass. If you're a career criminal, I got a tip for you. It's going to save you a lot of time. It's going to save you prison time. It's also going to save you some headaches, and it's going to save you some money. Don't commit crime in Orange County. Don't do it. They have a ton of resources. The people who live in Orange County respect the cops and vice versa. They have a DA who hates you. They have a DA that will stay up all night trying to figure out how to put you away for a long time. And they will make your life miserable. So if you're a career criminal, Orange County is not your home. There's nothing there for you. It can only lead to a tremendous amount of headaches for you. It's going to cost you money. It's going to cost you your freedom. It may cost you your life. It's going to cost your family. It's going to cost your reputation. There's going to be a lot of expenses. Orange County is not the go-to place to commit crimes. There's way too many cops with very little to do because there's not a lot of crime. And when you do commit a crime, they're going to be on you immediately. So I don't know what you were thinking in Laguna Niguel, that you thought that was cool to do that. It's not. It's not. All right, let's talk about Long Beach. Long Beach, the search continues for a 28-year-old firefighter. And let's find out what's going on here in Long Beach.
This drama began in Wapvo last night about 10 o'clock. Let me step out of the way here. You can see that the Search boats are still out there looking for the veteran firefighter, and the LA City Fire and Long Beach Fire are still calling this a search and rescue mission. There were 4 guys on a boat last night that went out near the port of Long Beach. 3 free divers went into the water, but only 2 resurfaced. The missing diver is a 6-year veteran of the Los Angeles City Fire Department. Search and rescue teams from Long Beach, LA, Seal Beach, and the U.S. Coast Guard searched for the missing firefighter all night and today.
This is personal for them. This is one of their brothers that's missing. And so they're going to spend an inordinate amount of time looking and looking and looking for this guy. But how did this possibly happen? These guys are very well trained at what they do.
The area where the search is going on right now is closed to all boats, but it's not that are not involved in the search. We've learned that the missing diver comes from a firefighting family. Friends and family were here waiting to hear updates on the search all day. Earlier this afternoon, LA City Fire Chief Kristen Crowley talked about how painful it is for the entire firefighting family waiting for news of their missing firefighter. Here's what she had to say.
We've been actively engaged with his immediate family, friends, colleagues. It's a very well-supported and loved family around the region. So with that, we've been side by side with them, offering support, love. We're giving them real-time information for their loved one as well.
This is hitting the fire family very hard. We've been working throughout the night with our partners from Long Beach and numerous other agencies. So we do have our peer support has been notified. So our peer support is out there. We have some clinicians out there. We have therapy dogs. We're out there. We're supporting our firefighters. We're supporting the family. And this is hitting the entire fire community very hard.
During this entire search, there could be as many as 24 divers looking for that missing diver. Again, we're told they went free diving last night, which is diving without any scuba gear. And again, LA City Fire and Long Beach Fire are still calling this a search and rescue operation. Reporting live in Long Beach, I'm Sid Garcia.
Oh, that's a very sad story. That free diving is very difficult to do. Very difficult. And hopefully they, somehow maybe this guy was found and he's on a boat somewhere and he's unconscious or he doesn't remember where he is, or there's got to be some hope for this. But it does not look great. We'll keep you updated on that. But that's a very, very sad story. When we come back, there is a blizzard warning, and we will tell you where, but it might affect you over the next couple of weeks. Maybe you're driving Northern California for the holidays, and you want to be aware of this. Maybe you're going up to Washington or Oregon, and you want to know that the roads are clear when you go on your Christmas vacation. We'll tell you where and when this blizzard warning is going to take effect.
You're listening to Tim Conway Jr. on demand from KFI AM 640.
If you are traveling over the holidays, be aware it's going to be a cold one. It's going to be extremely cold and miserable in some cities. Let's get a little audio, and then I'll tell you about some specific cities like New York, Chicago, Seattle, covering the north, and tell you where you're going to freeze your tail off.
This morning, Americans bracing for chilling winter weather. The coldest Arctic air of the season blanketing the Midwest and heading towards the East Coast after a cold snap yesterday hit southern states not used to the extreme chill. New Bern, North Carolina dropping to 22 degrees and Florence, South Carolina at just 20. And while it will warm up today, tomorrow frigid temps are returning to the area. And it all comes while some residents are still reeling from Hurricane Helene, which swept through more than 2 months ago, especially in hard-hit Asheville.
I see families, kids and families sleeping in living rooms with holes in the roof. And every day then we offer the heaters, the line is probably longer than a mile.
Cassie Hale and her family have been living in a camper since the storm, using this parking lot as a temporary campground.
What is your day-to-day looking like now?
We get up, we warm up the camper, and then we go to work. The kids go to the library, I homeschool.
Farther north, parts of the country buried under feet of snow and bracing for even more with a powerful clipper system on the move. Hard-hit Erie, Pennsylvania could see another round of lake effect snow. National Guard members have been called in to help residents dig out.
All right. It is going to be very, very cold this winter. We already have some of the totals in, or some of the predictions in, I should say. If you're going up to, where is this here? Portland, Oregon. All right, maybe you're buzzing up to Portland, Oregon. It's not going to be bad. It'll be the nighttime lows in the mid-30s and then the high almost all month long in the mid-40s. So Portland, not bad if you're cruising up that area. Now, let's take a look at Chicago. This is where you're going to have some problems. In Chicago, on the 11th, which is next week, the low gets down to 16 degrees. 16 degrees. Now, Christmas week, starting the 20th, in Chicago, we know a lot of people that go from Los Angeles to Chicago to spend Christmas with mom or dad or grandma, grandpa, or brother, sister. Starting on the 20th, there's going to be a cold snap in Chicago. 22 degrees on the 20th. Then on the 21st, 22, 21, 21, 21, 19, 21, 20. It is going to be freezing at night, and it's not going to get above 34 or 35 during the day. And this is going to go from December 20th, December 19th, 20th, all the way to January 4th. It is going to be 16, 17, 18 degrees at night, and then 31, 32, 33, possibly 34 during the day. That is 2 solid weeks of absolutely freezing weather. Maybe you're off to New York. Is this New York? Yes, it is. All right, New York City. New York City, it looks like it's going to be okay. The lows will be mostly in the 30s and 40s. It'll get down to 28 degrees on the 12th. But Christmas, what does Christmas look like in New York? Great question. The highs are between 41 and 43 all week, and the low 31 to 32 degrees. So it's very consistent, but yet freezing. The real cold weather is coming in after the new year, according to weather.com. Right around the 1st, it is going to be 29 degrees, 29, 28, 29. So the beginning of the year is going to be absolutely freezing in New York City. Freezing. Maybe you're going to Seattle. That's also a fun place to go. It looks pretty mild in Seattle. You're not going to get there's almost 0 days that'll be below freezing, even at night. So you're going to get some, relief from the Pacific Ocean. It'll keep things a little warmer than in the Midwest. The highs in the mid-40s, 41 to 47 degrees. Lows in Seattle, Washington in the mid-30s. Almost all month long. It doesn't really change much. But I noticed that there's not going to be a lot of rain once you get to December 20th. And again, this is 12 days out. But it looks like December 20th, almost through the new year, they're not calling for a lot of rain. So that's very uncharacteristic, but also very welcome. So if you're going to Seattle, which is always freezing, you might get a little bit of a break. All right, let's talk about Wicked. That's a huge movie. Let's find out a little bit before we go to the Mo Kelly Show here.
We got a lot to get to today. We're going to cue the music and talk about Wicked. The Broadway big screen adaptation is winning the box office. We know that, topping the charts. Now it's sweeping up awards as well. Wicked has been named Best Picture by the National Board of Review. Plus, the popular musical took home prizes for John M. Chu's directing and a special award for the collaboration between the 2 leading witches, Cynthia Erivo and Ariana Grande. So huge congrats to the whole team. I'm sure they have a lot more awards.
It's just getting started.
So, yeah.
A reminder, Wicked comes from our sister company, Universal Pictures, and is in theaters now.
There you go. All right, go see Wicked. Evidently, it's great. Kids love it. Have you seen it, Bellio? Have you seen Wicked yet? I know you have some kind of connection to that movie.
Yeah.
You enjoyed that?
Yeah.
You did?
I did.
You didn't go?
Have you?
No. But I thought you would go because you have a connection. Your mom's friend is in it. Or your
No, I would like to go
high
again,
school roommate's in it or something. I don't know. Somebody's in that thing. All right. Well, great review on that Wicked. Thank you,
Sorry,
Bella.
I don't have my headset on.
Oh, God. Okay. All right. Very good. We got to get out of here. Mo Kelly, his whole crew, coming up next right here on KFI AM 640. Conway Show on demand on the iHeartRadio app. Now, you can always hear us live on KFI AM 640, 4 to 7 p.m., Monday through Friday, and anytime on demand on the iHeartRadio app.
If you eat too many ultra-processed foods, you could be starving your gut microbes, and they'll get hangry. That's one of many things I learned after working on a new audio course about the gut microbiome. You can learn how to keep your gut happy by listening to Try This from the Washington Post. I'm Christina Quinn. I host Try This. Dig in with me on practical advice for life's common challenges. Follow Try This right now wherever you're listening. Seriously, try it.